Hi, I'm Nate, your masculinity and mindset coach. Today I'm going to talk about why women chase men with frame. So much of society says that men must chase women, but the reality is completely different. Once a man becomes truly empowered, once a man comes into his masculine frame, he knows his self worth, he knows his value to both women, to men, to society, he expresses himself very differently. He no longer has a neediness to validate himself with external reflections. He no longer can be manipulated. He holds true to his identity and purpose, and he creates massive value for himself and for those associated with him. That high self-esteem, high self-worth, high integrous alignment with his path and purpose means that he is a unique and rare man. The reality is, around 20% of the men, at least on dating apps, have access to 80% of the women. And then the 80% of men fight over the remaining 20%. The 80% is the low value men, the 20% is the high esteem, high value men. Now, this does not mean that when a man becomes a high value man, an extraordinary man in frame, that he will not be very direct and clear with his intent and interest. No, he will be, in a way that he is self-assured and confident and not attached. He won't avoid expressing his interest in a woman. It's just that if a woman is not expressing herself in a way that complements his path, his purpose, his direction, his fulfillment of his life legacy, his divine mission, then he will just not entertain and give a lot of energy towards that woman, especially if she's destructive or a negative influence in the accomplishment of his ambitions and desired outcomes. So sometimes we hear women crying out about, men not pursuing them anymore. Really, they're crying out because men aren't validating them anymore. A man won't need to validate a woman. He won't go out of his way to continuously send likes and try to win her attention. He'll be on his path and his purpose. And when the right woman comes along that is in proximity to him, he'll observe, he'll take notice, he'll acknowledge the woman. He may even express that he is curious, that he's interested in this woman, but he'll qualify her. He won't automatically go out of his way to try and please and win her attention, because he knows that his path and his mission and his purpose with divine will is more important than the occasional flirtation that might come his way. He won't deny if there's an interest. He welcomes it. It's part of him being a high value man that he gains more acceptance and appreciation from the feminine. But just like an attractive woman needs to filter out which man is real and which man is a good choice for her, as being able to provide her for her, protect her in the way that she desires, increasingly around a high value man, he knows his ability to protect, provide, and lead. And women know this too, so he has choice. And so then the choice becomes, if I were to be with this woman, and would I still be integrous and aligned in the fulfillment of my mission, and would she be a complement towards that? Would her input in my reality be an expansive, complementary, amplifying influence in my world? And if she is a precious and profound gift to that man's reality, and he will do his best to protect, provide, and care for this woman. If she is not, if she's just seeking her own validation, her own attention, if she's trying to take from the man, if she does not bring true value to that man and his path and purpose in life, then it would be wise for him not to offer that woman more of his time and attention. When a man recognizes that he has a multitude of choices, he becomes more selective, and that even makes him more attractive to the feminine, because women feel that. Women know an authentic and true man when they find one, and it's rightly so, because it takes great endeavor, great commitment, great discipline for a man to become an extraordinary high value man. He must master himself emotionally, physically, spiritually, and mentally. And to build himself up physically, in his physique, in his ability to protect, to learn the lessons in business and the creation of wealth, to achieve great prosperity, this takes many lessons, trials, tribulations, and effort to come into that level of success, such that he deserves the fruits of his endeavors that he's made in himself. And the other component is a dominant, powerful man. Like I've said before, when I'm referring about a dominant man, I'm talking about the man is a dominant force or power in the creation of his own reality. When a man comes into his primal dominance, it is highly attractive to women because he is integrated and connected to a primal energy. It's an energy that is not contained, is not domesticated, cannot be controlled. He is in integrous alignment with truth, with divine will. He is willing to die for it. He's willing to protect for the people close to him and even give his life, if necessary, for what he knows to be right and true. And the unique and rare case where this is a reality, when a man possesses this, he becomes incredibly powerful and attractive to both men and women. Men want to be around him because they become better people around him. Women want to be around him because they know his uniqueness and his ability to go through on his word with integrity, that when he says he's going to take care of this woman, he will and he can. And he's also willing to walk away the moment that he feels disrespected, not honored, really truly seen for his uniqueness in what he can bring. Now, the difference between a truly authentic framed man and a false framed man, like a player or a playboy, the authentic, empowered man has true mission and purpose in life. And he will not pursue sexual gratification and validation like the false frame man will, who knows how to attract women through using sleight of hand techniques or manipulation. A true, authentic, empowered man is committed to his path and purpose. He's a net positive contributor to society, and rather than chase external validation, he recognizes that he is complete and whole within. And so he seeks to share that wholeness, and he is able to take responsibility for both himself and the people around him. A player does not take responsibility for the people that he engages or enters relationships with. He's just purely for his own self-gratification and self-validation. They're completely different. Although the untrained eye, or the untrained feminine, or the feminine that doesn't recognize her own self-worth or esteem will fall for that true low self-esteem man, because really he is a low self-esteem man, maybe higher than some, but if he's still seeking external validation, then he doesn't have authentic self-respect. He's willing to trade respect for validation. And the man who has authentic frame would never do that. He respects himself too much, and he doesn't seek validation. He chooses to express from his wholeness his value in lifting up the people around him rather than trying to take or seek esteem or validation from them. So I hope this resonates. And if you've understood the value of a framed man, an authentic framed man, and how this man becomes magnetic to both men and women, and you want to become a framed man, I strongly encourage that you check out my Sovereign Brotherhood. There'll be a link in the captions below. And there's a bunch of free resources in there that will give you the foundations of developing a true, authentic masculine frame and starting this journey, this rite of passage to becoming extraordinary. And if you have any questions, type them in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and share if you've found this video valuable. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.